Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Gasly, Grosjean, Magnussen, Perez and Carlos Sainz. Norris.
Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon.
This is the final race of the season. Go out there and enjoy it.
This is F1 2019. It's the last question mark career. We're on episode number 8. It's the final race of our rookie season. And after making our way through the field onto our third team, finally finding some stability, had successes in 4 of the last 5 races. And let's see if we can make that 5 out of 6 to wrap up this first season. We're in Abu Dhabi for this one. Championship's already long since wrapped up. But there is still a gap between Hulkenberg and I. And Hulkenberg starts in 19th. So if I can get into the points here. Oh, come on. Okay, recover. We're recovered. Well to the inside there, and I still get punted off. It's been a little while since I've been at Abu Dhabi.
If it takes too much damage.
Stop coming across the course. Jeez, Kvyat. I'm so sick of that just constant from the AI of they're going to defend by driving straight into you from the outside to the inside onto that apex. So we're at 17th right now. That one was my bad. We're kind of replicating what the... Whoa, see? Somebody's still riding my left rear. It's Raikkonen. Raikkonen had his right front stuck up on my left rear there. Lord's already gone there on the second apex. Already recovered what we lost, pretty much. We're striking distance now, at least. Alright, caught back up to Albon. This is Albon in the Toro Rosso, not in the Red Bull. We're going to get him to the inside here. Oh, he didn't give me room. Switch back. Nope. We can get it here, maybe. Got the inside. Still stuck, wheel to wheel. Okay, there we go. Got him on the exit.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Switch to rich fuel there for a minute to pick up the speed. Now we'll take it easy until we catch up to these guys. A little wide through there. So that's P15 that we're up to. At this point, no reason to believe we'll go backwards at all, especially with the type of gaps there are. While I'm not running flawless through here, I'm still quick enough, even though it's been a while since I've been to Abu Dhabi. These guys are slow enough through Sector 3 especially. Okay, there we go. We've caught up to this group. It's Giovinazzi is the next target for us. And it's lap 3 of 5. Sector 2 was green. We lost that time in that pass that we made. But we were purple for sectors 1 and 3. Meaning it's very likely that we could get a bonus point in this race. Not close enough here to make a move on Giovinazzi. Ooh, more than a second behind, huh? Thought I was within a second. Purple sector 1. There we go. Now we're with these guys. Little too much curb there. DRS this time. But because of that curb, they lost a lot of momentum. Okay, here's the sector where I could really gain, but where can I make a pass? Not too sure about that. Okay, there's one. Coming up on George Russell next. That's a Williams up in P13. Good for them. Oof. Getting some dirty air right now. Okay, good exit here. I've got a chance. I like how they actually give you racing room when you're on the outside. Really had to back out of that one, so we're up to P13. That was a good, clean pass for a change. Happy to have that. Come on, come on, let's get through. Okay, so it's lap number 4. Now, if last lap was any indication, we could make 1 or 2 passes through Sector 3 going into the final lap, and that would get us right about to the points. I've already got purple, so we do have the fastest lap. Oof, little hot through there. Didn't gain anything that time. Much better exit through there, though. Helps us recover, but this is where we made one of our passes last lap. This would be enough to get us right on Ricciardo, but not around him. It is getting tougher from here. Better competition higher up the grid. This is Ricciardo in a racing point. It's his seat that we've taken. There we go, on the exit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Aw, one flashback. Trying to make the pass stick on Ricciardo. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, that's still only P12 though. We're gonna get Lando Norris coming up on this turn though. Oh, come on, Norris. Hey, he's right in my right rear. Can I get around this corner and hold a position? No, Ricciardo gets around, but he's got a slow exit. And we get the DRS, so we'll make it work. That's P11 now. Perez is ahead. I need one more spot if we're going to get points today. We'll get a bonus for the fast lap, but I still need to get at least one more spot for that to happen. Gotta keep an eye on that fuel.
Gap to car in front is 2.5 seconds.
Okay, just pulled back a bit of time there. Okay, just about there. No more spare fuel. Shoot. I messed it up. I saw I was out of fuel. I was trying to change that on in settings. Oh, the dashboard. The dashboard.
Alright, I know it's been a rough year, but let's try to stay positive. Even the greats had some poor seasons, so we'll knuckle down over the winter and come back stronger next time.
Still not a bad result. 11th overall after starting in 20th in a 5-lap race. If I hadn't had that collision on the inside of turn 1 on lap 1 that knocked me back down 4 spots, if I would have gotten cleanly through there, I definitely would have gotten top 10 in this race.
It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace. And our winner today showed they could do both.
Hulkenberg only managed to go up 2 spots after starting in 19th, so beat my teammate for that one. Bottas takes a win, Vettel takes second, Hamilton takes third. Let's go ahead and skip to the ending here, though. We have a new season to get into. Oh, and Bottas took the fast lap away from me on the final lap as well.
Who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to the Professor. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
Nothing can challenge the leaders of the Constructors' Championship at this point. But it's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team.
Okay,
to move
enough
themselves
commentary.
further up
Enough
the
commentary. It's time for mine.
And an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Alrighty, so Hamilton obviously had the title wrapped up quite a while ago, but Bottas, with that win on the final day of the season, moves into second place ahead of Max Verstappen. Leclerc takes fourth ahead of Vettel, of course. Gasly, Grosjean, Sainz. Yes, I said that. I know there's a lot of Vettel fans out there, but come on. Guy's way past his prime. Sainz, Perez, Norris, Ricciardo, Magnussen. My teammate Hulkenberg finishes 13th in the standings, Raikkonen 14th, and I come in 15th. The last 6 races is where I finally turned it on. Up until that point, I had not finished above 17th all season. So we'll see. I have a feeling I can score a lot more than 16 next season. I should be able to keep my ride. Hopefully we can stay with Renault for an entire year and not have to go through 3 teams in the process. Stroll, who lost his seat through all those moves, finished the season with 7 points. He was replaced by Ricciardo after I replaced Ricciardo. And then Albon both get into the points a couple times. The Williams never do score points, but Russell certainly came close today. He was 13th, 14th. And Gio never got higher than Russell comparatively, and ends up with 0 points on the season. So similar to real life, though I know he's had 2 or 3 points this season in real life. I know it was 1, but I think over the last couple of races he might have picked up a 10th or a 9th, I think. Could be wrong. So Constructors, Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, and then McLaren was best of the rest. Haas gets above Racing Point in the final race, and we finish in 7th in the Constructors. And I certainly did contribute a bit to that sum. Ricciardo did the most, though. I think Ricciardo and I had similar points, meaning we kind of outscored Hulkenberg combined. So Hulkenberg did not have a great season. And no, he is not being replaced by Esteban Ocon here in game, as he will be in real life for next season. Alpha with 17, Toro Rosso with a total of 6, and Williams, again, scoreless. So there is Season 1 in the books. We move on to Season number 2.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You had a few bumps and scrapes today. Who would you say is at fault?
Oh, come on. No comment. I have a feeling both of those are going to go bad.
Out there on the track. Were you struggling for grip?
Why? I move up 9 spots in the order. You can't ask me a positive question. Everything's about contact, which no matter what you say is going to lead to a negative. Alright, we'll see what she has to say. Emma, please do not fire me, because I actually did good at the end of the season. And we pick up some nice points here. 2,500 points going into next season. That could be some real improvements to the car. Just hopefully we still have a seat. I'm a little nervous every time I see Emma now. Or Claire. No, Claire's the interview one. That's Emma, right? Sure. Okay. Reputation going up.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
After screaming at me twice, finally she has something nice to say. It's going up from nothing to I'm better than Geo. Alright, time for a new contract, and yes, Renault want to keep me, so we're going to stick with it. My value is a bit below the contract value, though, so this might not be easy. We'll try to back this off a bit. Okay, turn the gold down a bit. That should make it easy. We're still looking at what can we do here? Quicker pit stops. Nope, definitely don't need that. Don't need 3 upgrades per department, and I can actually survive without 2 upgrades per department. I'd like to have these. Let's see where that puts us.
They aren't going
Wow.
to that proposal.
Okay,
Let's try something
we need to
else.
come up a few positions. Let's try 13th. I don't want to change either of these yet. No, let's see what happens when we go to 13th. Oh, we are so close.
Let's try again.
So close. Do I need to go to 12? Is 12 enough? You know what? Let's keep that at 13. And let's take off this bonus. Please tell me that's enough. Ooh, just.
Alright,
Oh, we got there. Okay.
All that's left is to sign the paperwork. You'll be on this new deal from the next race weekend.
Alright, not much in terms of perks. At the qualified position we'll never get, but we don't actually participate, so it doesn't hurt me, I've discovered. So really we just need to get 13th or above, and that is our target. And I've been, what was that, 5 out of the last 6, 11th or better. So I think we can start pulling that off more consistently now and actually build a reputation here in Season 2. And then we can start getting some perks going forward. But as we head to the new season, let's spend. Now the chassis upgrade failed, so let's finish that off. Be ready for Australia. We can only do one at a time. Let's check the engine first. Okay, we have, let's see, ERS. I'd certainly like some ERS fuel. Both of those are handy. So is the power. The power one looks like a hefty upgrade. Yes, it is. So let's take the power. And we'll start working on the others. And it will be ready in Australia right away because we have the whole off season to make it happen. That makes me happy. We can afford the major downforce, so let's go for that. We can go for those minors later. There's a chance that 2 of those will fail, but that's not bad. That is not bad. So an upgrade in all 3, that's a good jump to the car. At the moment anyway, that would put us not far behind Ferrari. Of course, others are going to have their upgrades as well. We'll see where we lie. Faster the car gets, bigger my advantages. Season review. Yeah, Look at that nasty mess. DNF 19, 20, DNF 20, 20, 19, DNF, DNF 20, 20, 19, 18, 17. I mean, look at that. First time we got above 19th was in 18 and then a 17. And then we had one more 19 in Singapore. But then there we go. It starts coming together. 5, 12. Yeah, well, okay, one more 20. 8, 11, 11. Excited for next season. We'll get Australia in for this episode. Don't think we'll have enough time to get a third race in for this episode. Might just be 2, but we'll see where we're at on time. Curious to see how the cars come out to start the season and if there are any driver transfers.
It's got to be one heck of a season, I think. To be honest, I don't think we've done the best job maintaining our performance through this regulation change. Though we're going to be playing a bit of catch-up this year. We're counting on you, but you've got the whole team behind you.
Changes he's speaking of were in the what do you call it? The
Alrighty then. Another
reliability.
win, another championship. I hope you're well rested. Well, as much as you can be for someone who has to spend half their life in the gym anyway. Let's get to it.
The durability department had a reset. We had one upgrade that was in there before I joined the team. Remember, I was fired twice. So durability, we lost that one upgrade. I don't need it. We start every race from last place. Hulkenberg, he could use it. I don't need it. So what matters for us is power, aero, chassis. I would say to spend my points there and not worry about durability, and that helps because I'm definitely operating with fewer points. In all, we have 20 upgrades now, and that is not bad at all. We now have a stronger engine than we do aero and chassis slightly with those upgrades, and it looks like we have moved up the order a bit. Haas has moved down the order as they're struggling. Williams is still a ways behind, but they're close to Toro Rosso. Alfa Romeo hasn't really improved, and they've lost ground on Toro Rosso there at the rear end of the field. But again, Haas, the big losers here. Racing Point staying about steady. We moved up quite a bit. We're not that far behind Ferrari because McLaren has jumped them to make it, instead of big 4, is it just a big 2 now? I mean, what is it? You could see steady gaps between Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari, us, Racing Point, and then it's tight between them and Haas and the rear end of the field. But the top 5, you can see that steady line from 1st down to 6th, where 6th to 10th is pretty tight. I like that. That's going to get us up there a little bit. So here are those upgrades. Everybody improved except Haas. No upgrades whatsoever from last year to this year for Haas. Everybody else has seen an improvement. Alfa Romeo has jumped Toro Rosso, but actually they were super close before. They're super close now, and Williams is a little further down the order from where they were. So we definitely have 3 back markers, and then we have a midfield, but it's all spread out now. 4 of us all tight together, and McLaren, just a massive jump into the new season. Ferrari improved. McLaren improved a ton. We improved probably the second most out of anybody from the looks of it, so I like it. We managed to keep a contract with Renault. I like that part too. After our streak of getting fired, I very much liked still having a job. See, it took us 8 races to get fired from Haas, I think. And then it took us just 4 straight races to get fired from Racing Point. But then we managed to survive the rest of the season with Renault, and I really think at this point there's no reason to believe that I'll be on any team other than Renault throughout the rest of this series unless things go awry. Certainly could. Alright, well, let's check those messages before we skip to the race, and let's see if there's anything new. Season objectives. Car has decent pace, but expects to be somewhere around the middle of the field. Upcoming session, we're looking for qualified 12th or better. That's going to fail, so that sucks. So we need to make sure we really get some results. And it looks like there's no driver transfers from last season to this season. So all the teams sticking with their lineups, at least as far as we can tell. Already picking up a little bit of wear just through practice. Alright, well, it's going to be a dry, well, cloudy race. I could work with that. Trying to think where I'll have some decent passing zones. I'm definitely noticing one of the better ways for me to pass is just getting a better exit in certain areas than other riders. It's a lot easier to make moves there.
And bearing the weight of that burden today is a place we know very well indeed. It's Albert Park. Let's run you through
Yes,
the driver
it's Albert
order
Park,
for today's exciting
the season
race.
opener in
Bottas
Melbourne.
lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez,
Oh, McLaren in
Magnussen,
third.
Carlos Sainz,
Wow.
Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Leclerc, Vettel, and Kimi Raikkonen. Gasly, Grosjean, Alexander Albon, and Giovinazzi, Ricciardo, Kubica, George Russell, and Daniel Kvyat, Norris, and the Professor. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Was Norris with Alfa Romeo before? I don't think so. I think there were some driver transfers.
Back lower the grid. Not a great start to the season, so let's try and improve our position over the course of the race.
That's our goal. Let's see if we can do it. Here we go. 5 laps at Melbourne Park. Ooh, quick start here. A little bit of wheel spin. Don't want to pull a Ricardo and slam up the inside off the track and destroy the underbody. There we go. Good exit there. Oh, too much, too much, too much. Come on, lay off. No. Oh, we spun. We spun. It almost worked. It almost worked. All right, here we go. Turn, turn, turn. Okay. All right, we're up to 19th. Ooh, slotted right in there. P17. P16. Still on the first lap.
That's a decent start. Good job.
Gotta follow Ricardo. Does he makes a move? He didn't make his stick, but I make mine stick. That's P15. Oh, Gio! Come on, dude. I'm 80% of the way up your body. That was definitely far enough for you to allow some racing room. All right, here we go. Had to get elbows out after what he did. Great first lap. Already up to P14. Not sure I've managed to put together that good of a first lap all last season. I'll break him into the turn.
That brings you up a place.
And we're up to 13th. Positions are quickly becoming harder to come by already, though. But from 13th, we're already getting close in on the points. And we've already reached our race objective. We're gonna have a look to the inside of Grosjean here. Whoa, whoa, way too late on the braking. My bad. I stayed tucked in too long where I couldn't see. Oh, come on, get off my wheel. He tried to get the elbows out, and it just cost both of us. Woo! Almost lost the rear end there. Alright, so up to P12.
Battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
Let's try to beat one, not both. Woo! Hello, hello. Oh, come on. Tried to punt me off. It was Gasly that hit me, not the other way around. Yes, my move was aggressive, but... almost missed my braking zone. Alright, one more and we're in the points. Whoa, 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 guys. They got backed up really bad
You
there.
have some front wing damage, but not enough to justify a stop in the remaining laps.
Lap 4. It's gonna be harder to get through now, but the damage is minimal, so... Nope, nope, nope. Still stuck side by side. There we go. 2 for 1. And we're up to P9. That was my teammate, Hulkenberg.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
That's Vettel now in front of us. Getting a little bit of a run here. And these guys are fighting Verstappen, Leclerc, Vettel. Whoa, whoa, Verstappen! Verstappen brake checked me or had a problem, slowed down, and it very much caught me out. I just blocked somebody. That was bad.
You've been awarded a time penalty. Go against our finishing time
Oh no.
at the end of the race.
2 seconds, and okay. I'm gonna keep the 2-second time penalty. That's where they hit me. There we go.
Okay, clear.
There we go. Okay, I've got 2 seconds to make up now, I think. Should still have that penalty.
This is your final lap.
So I'm in
Final lap
8th.
of the race.
Vettel escaped that. He got around Verstappen, and then I collided with Verstappen. state of the wing and the gap to Vettel, probably not going to catch him. And we've got to make sure we open up a gap behind. So either way, I've still got to keep pushing. Ooh. Not enough wing. Just didn't want to finish that turn off. That was close. Yeah, see, I'm catching those guys, but I'm not catching those guys. That's Vettel and Leclerc, who both made their way around Verstappen before I had my run-in with him. We'll see. That looks like 2 seconds. I think I'm okay. Think I'm okay to the rear.
See you in Park Ferme.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Mercedes are on
Mercedes
top form
win
once again after an
the
excellent
opening race, and
weekend.
it's Bottas
Great to
above
see them on
Hamilton.
that podium once again. So, let's review the driver's standings.
Perez
Valtteri Bottas passes
in
his
third.
rival,
Sainz
taking
moves
over
up
the
to
lead of the
fourth.
Drivers' Championship.
Magnussen
So, Anthony Davidson,
in the
who would
Red
you
Bull.
rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to the Professor. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
It's
I
time
did
to
pick
check
up a
out
2-second
the
penalty.
standings. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. Well, Ant, an end to another
So Albon
fantastic
back.
weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined
We're
us.
still in Toro
and we'll
Rosso.
see you for the next one.
Raikkonen in the Racing Point. There was all kinds of moves here. So you've got Perez and Sainz in the McLaren. We've got Magnussen in a Red Bull, along with Verstappen. Sorry, Verstappen, I ruined your race. It's still Russell and Kubica in the Williams. It's Norris and Gio in Alpha. Haas is Gasly and Grosjean. Kvyat and Albon in the Toro Rosso. Ricciardo and Raikkonen in Racing Point. Vettel and Leclerc still at Ferrari. Still Bottas and Hamilton at Mercedes. But my oh my, things have changed. Hulkenberg dropped to 14th. He might have taken some damage. Oh, he picked up a penalty when he hit me. But we open up the new championship with 4 points right off the bat. That's a good start. That's a good start. That puts us 5th in the Constructors with McLaren 2nd. And they very well could be competing for 2nd this year. We'll see. That team looks to be on the rebound this year, and they have made it into that top tier.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Finally, a positive.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
What? Finally, a good question?
There was quite a lot of contact today, wasn't there?
Yeah, we'll see. Ah, rep decrease. Really? Seriously?
Well, that's everything.
I gave as much as I got. And the team cries. Well, hey, whatever. So we opened the new season, much like the way we finished the previous, with positive results. And for just the 3rd time in this series, I do get into the points. So much better start to season number 2 than I had in season 1. Still trailing Hulkenberg in the head-to-head rivalry, and he's already won once. So we'll see if we can come back. It's 6 points. It's a bit of a gap to cover. If I was not penalty-free, there would have been another right there. But we could still beat him. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.